What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sisko and Mike podcast. Why are you looking at me like this? Mike just gave me a big old smile, guys. So I don't know.
I'm a little tipsy. I'm a little buzzing. It's cool.
So you already know what's going to happen on this podcast. So it should be a good one. We're going to be talking movies. We're going to be talking YouTube. We got I guess, should I call you a movie critic or movie reviewer? What is it?
That's what I've been doing mostly. So yeah, movie reviewer.
And you guys got to check it out because it's freaking hilarious. His movie reviews are dope. We got Andy Canchola joining us today.
Welcome, bro. Welcome. We got Sisko and Ebert. What is it?
Yeah, Sisko and Ebert. There you go, bro. We should start our own
There you go.
podcast. Nah, but before we start, man, I want to shout you out. Thank you for all the support. You're one of our biggest supporters, man. You're always encouraging us. Nothing but nice thing to say to us, even though we screw up sometimes. But
yes, sir.
So we appreciate the love, man.
Of course, thank you. You guys have a great setup, dude. Like once I walked in, I was like, "This is badass." Like I've seen it on camera, of course.
By the way, he didn't walk in. He parachuted in.
Yes,
And then he zip lined down the middle of the studio.
I surprised you guys while you guys were doing the other.
Yeah. We didn't see him either because we had lasers and shit.
I've been here the whole time. I've been here for like 2 hours.
No, but thanks for coming. I know
Thank
it's a long drive. You're coming from Arizona. So.
Yeah.
Well,
But
not today though, right?
No. Thankfully, I was in San Diego, but Arizona. It's still from here. It's probably like 3.5.
What part of Arizona?
Yuma,
Okay.
Arizona. So
We got a lot of people from Yuma.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys had the homegirl Carmen.
Yeah,
Carmen
too,
was from
so-
Yuma.
Yeah, I think that's how we started.
Yeah, that's how I first started watching, and then so I worked with her at the TV station. So,
Oh, okay.
so that's how we met. So I
Gotcha.
started. I was there from like her first when she was anchor. I was there from the first day.
You
So
grew up. You were born and raised in Yuma.
Yeah, born and
Okay.
raised.
So you know it's a military town and shit. Huh?
Yeah.
How does that
Yeah.
like?
It's cool. I mean, you go to the clubs and it's just nothing but Marines during WTI.
Your heads and shit with like, you could tell because of the haircuts and shit.
Yeah,
huh?
always.
Messed up haircuts and
Yeah, pretty much.
shit. No, but
you
what's?
could-
I'm
oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just everyone there is young. Like all the Marines, I'm pretty sure that's like their first station.
Yeah.
So they're like 18, 19. And then when they're 21, they're ready to party. And then I know that there's a lot of bars out there that Marines are banned from because, they like to drink and party.
Is
We
it
get
a
in
thing?
trouble. We get in trouble.
But
We
they
do get in
ban you
trouble.
guys?
No,
Like
the
it's not that.
base.
It's just that we get in trouble for them. We get fucked up. And
They're
we get
cool
in trouble.
though. I've partied with a good amount of Marine friends. They're badass.
Yeah.
So what's life growing up in Yuma, man? I mean, we're Cali people. We've been here our whole lives. So anytime we hear someone grow up out of state, it's always like interesting to find out what the dynamic is, especially because you guys got some crazy ass weather. I mean, we complain about this. You guys get this way more than we do.
Yeah, I mean, when I left on Saturday morning, it was like 7 a.m. and it was like 102 already. Like
Fuck that.
And then the other day, it's been a while, but it was like 119. You walk out and it's like opening an oven, like legit. You open the door and it just hits you. It's bad.
You can live out there?
Yeah, right?
119,
Yeah,
you can-
dude.
Fuck
And I work out like in the desert, so like it gets pretty hot out
You
there.
work out in the desert, bro?
Yeah, I work out. I'm like Creed, like running in the mountains. And, like,
You have to fuck. I'm just saying because
you know, by my physique, like
No. I was gonna say me too. I was gonna say me too. For I work out too and
we
shit.
both
but-
got the training regimen.
Yeah, it's because they don't know about that though.
Oh yeah.
Damn, so that's wild to me. I mean, I know there's this whole thing about people like right now specifically because of this heat wave that they're like trying to make laws because people are dying.
No,
They're
no
having
shit.
heat strokes.
Yeah.
So working out in the heat, I mean, working out in the shop
Fool,
sometimes.
you know what's crazy? I have a Ecobee or whatever the fuck.
What is
It's
that?
the thermostat,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay,
and it's for my
Like,
AC.
like a Nest.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for my AC, right? And the motherfucker is red and it says high fucking heat wave, blah blah blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? So it's telling me to turn on the AC.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's just propaganda, dog. It's just
I
trying
know,
to.
it's just to get
that's
money
what
and
those
shit
shit are
on.
made for, huh?
it's just to make money, huh? Fuck that.
Nah, those are pretty good, though. I mean, I don't know how I live without my Nest and shit.
Yeah.
Start setting that shit before I get home.
Yeah. My wife is like, "Hey, we're going home. Like, put up the AC." I'm like, "Okay."
6 hours before.
Yeah.
For
Hey,
Arizona.
so let's talk about the real reason you're here, bro. You're a big Mission Impossible fanatic.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
you fucking go all out.
So it's Mission Impossible, but it's mostly Tom Cruise.
So you're a Tom Cruise fan?
Yeah, the Tom Cruise fan.
Okay.
So yeah, like I mean, I did the same thing, watching Mission Impossible every day this year, but I did Top Gun,
I remember
last
that.
year. So
Okay.
So what is it about Tom Cruise that makes you like?
it's crazy. I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but my close friends do. My mom's like sick, and she's been sick since I was 5, I think. So she's been in a wheelchair like my whole life. And both my parents love Top Gun, and like just Top Gun specifically, especially when they were together. We would watch the movie together all the time. But I think it was just that. It was like the taking me away from everything that was happening, especially being 5 years old, you know, going through all that. Like, it was just the escape. And I just watched these movies, Mission Impossible, like movies I probably wasn't supposed to watch, like Eyes Wide Shut, like, but, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you think about it, you were like 5, 6 years old watching that movie? Yeah, dude.
Like
but it was just Tom Cruise movies, yeah. So I think it was just the love of, like, both my parents they had for Top Gun, and I think that's what brought me into it.
It takes you back to a place where it's...
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was a happy time and you just escaped. Which is weird, dude. I don't know, because me and you are huge movie fanatics, too. We're, like, movie buffs, too. And it does the same thing to me, too. Like, I remember we were at the movie theater back in Southgate and all that in Huntington Park. And they have the double showings. I remember every week. No, movies in general.
Movies, yeah.
So just movies in general take me to a place where, like, it was carefree, dude.
Yeah.
Look, I love movies so much. Like, I've always been a movie fan. Like, my dream high school job. The fuck was that?
He fell.
It was Andy's trying to disable the bomb.
Just hacking into your things over here.
It was fucking taking over the cameras and shit. No, my dream job in high school was to work at Hollywood Video. Bro, I don't know if you guys know what the fuck
people don't even know Hollywood Video is.
It's like a blockbuster. What the fuck, Blockbuster?
It was like Netflix, but you have to go.
Yeah, but you have to go and get the movie. Every Friday, you would go get a new movie. Fucking, you show up. If you didn't show up on time, the shit was gone.
Yeah. Oh,
but my dream job was to either work at Hollywood Video or work at fucking the theater.
Yes.
Because you get access to the movies and shit. So I get it. Like I love fucking movies. I think one memory that I have with your ass in 7th grade, we were in Mr. Hill's class, math, algebra, and I was telling you about zombies. Remember? I had this fucking weird thing. I was like, "Hey, fool, what would we do?"
Is that why I like zombie movies?
I don't fucking know. I was in class with this fool in 7th grade, and there was the class had a door and it had a little fucking window on top. Like it wasn't even ventilated. And I remember telling this fool like, "Hey, wait, what would we do if fool fucking zombies attacked, dog?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't know, Dick. Well, first we'll block the door." Yeah, fool. And then how would we climb out? And we're like, we started making this fucking story, dog. Like I've always daydreamed about shit. Mm-hmm. So, anyways,
I still do that shit. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
like I don't know why I have this weird fascination with zombie movies. So like I'm not even gonna say it's my favorite movie, but it's my go-to movie when I just need noise in the background, or I'm just trying to fall asleep, or whatever it is. World War Z, fool.
World War Z is
really?
It's all cool. It is, and I've watched it so many times, and I just need like background noise or just whatever, just casually watching, not watching. That's what I put. Huh? It's weird. I don't know.
And those are the scary zombies too. Those run.
Oh, for real?
We
talked about that. Like, if there's a zombie apocalypse,
we're fucked. Yeah, I'm fucked for sure.
I want some Walking Dead shit, fool. Like, where they're fucking barely like walking.
Fool, I don't ever understand that shit. Like, how the fuck do people get bit with Walking Dead zombies?
Because there's a pack, fool. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. No mames, way.
You're outnumbered, fool.
Fool.
We've all played football with our friends. We're like,
yeah, push them off, Dick, fuck, or something, Dick.
Dick, 50 of them? How are you going to push 50 people?
Okay, I get 50, but no mames, some of the people that have died on the show, they have died stupid deaths.
Fool, there's people that die normal stupid deaths every day. That's even think about it. Come on. Like,
that's true, Dick. I guess fucking it makes for the movie or the show. Fucking.
Like, just I can imagine you just walking by a fucking zombie, you just trip on the wires, and that's it, Dick, you're done.
How would Tom Cruise handle fucking zombie movies? Has he done a zombie movie?
Yeah. No, I don't.
He hasn't, huh?
No, I think he's only.
He did a mummy movie.
Yes.
Which was horrible, by the way.
Yeah. It fucked up my. I love the mummy movies.
No, I mean it's funny. I mean, a lot of people talk crap, but I was like, I liked it, but I get it. Yeah. I get the criticism.
You liked it because it was Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I'm like,
you have the hots for Tom Cruise.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Like, you know how Tom Cruise has controversies with his Scientology and religion. Do you separate that from his work and the person?
Yeah. I mean, I think I was still too young to be like, especially when all that controversy was happening during War of the Worlds, which I didn't really know until like later on I grew up. I'm like, oh, people don't like him. Like, I'm like, I understand now. But yeah, I mean, he took a big break from making movies, and then he was like on a downfall, and then he started making movies. So I got happy because he started making movies again.
Yeah.
But I mean, I try not to judge him on that stuff.
Well, I think he's an alien fool.
What about you, Mike? Like, for example, do you separate artists, whatever, music, actors, or whatever, from their work, from their personal issues or controversies? Like, you could bring up Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, things like that.
Okay. So
Hey, those are different.
Yeah, those are different. Look, yeah, like, but there is people like, you know, like still.
No. Okay, so
Those are extreme and shit.
Yeah.
look. Okay, so you said R. Kelly. Okay.
That was I take
Okay,
that
hold
one
up.
back.
No,
bro.
no.
That
No,
was-
because okay, so don't get me wrong. So R. Kelly, everybody
Yeah.
knows what he did.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Like honestly, like I don't condone that. I'm not part of that. Like I don't agree with that shit.
But his voice is fucking killer.
No, but some of his songs were iconic. You know, it's like my mind's telling me no, but my body. It's like, Dick, how can you take away from that shit, fool?
I believe I can fly, dog.
I believe I can fly.
I remember when I
Dick,
saw
that's
Space
no
Jam.
Jam, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Me and my friends do the same girl, the duet.
Oh, the window shirt.
I can fly.
That was funny because we were talking about. I was talking with Jonathan about Trapped in the Closet, the music, the whole storyline. I was like, this fool literally fucking sang a soap opera, dog, and he had us hooked.
Yeah.
Like we listened to every fucking part. Like it was like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
Like we like the music, just not him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
So how can you take away from the talent? Fuck, he did wrong, bro. Like I'll admit that shit. Like, but the songs, fool, like fucking. Back when I had hair, because now I don't have fucking hair. I had a fro, so running her hands through your fro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
Or
fuck.
even after Carlos O'Brien's like, step in the name of love.
Yeah.
Like,
Carlos O'Brien, fool, fuck. San Bernardino, shout out to San Bernardino.
yeah.
the song ends and you're like, fuck that fool.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck that fool, dog. Or step in the name of love. You're like, fuck
Seriously,
that fool,
once
dog.
we step out of the club, this was a fucking pretty fucked up person, man.
Fuck that bitch. Yeah, but I mean, I guess to answer your question is, yeah, I can separate the person from like his acting talents or whatever talents they have. I personally don't like. I'm not gonna say I don't like him. I don't give a fuck about Tom Cruise. Like I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
has he done good shit? Yeah. Like one of the movies I like the most from him is A Few Good Men. Obviously, because I was a Marine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Iconic
iconic
moment?
movie,
Oh,
dog.
yeah,
it's
dude.
a fucking.
It's an iconic moment.
Yeah, it's an iconic movie and like iconic moments. And then there's Jack Nicholson, Demi
Yeah.
Moore. I mean, fuck, it's a good movie. So like, I can't take away from that. I mean, Mission Impossibles, I don't mind them. I like Mission Impossibles. Do I think, and we'll probably talk about this, do I think actors at one point need to give up their, like, I guess, whatever they created and pass it on to the next generation, which I thought he was going to do with Jeremy Renner.
Renner?
Yeah.
And then he didn't. It's like, and there was controversy about that because he said something about, oh, I can still do them. And it's like, dude, come on, bro.
Hey, if he's still doing his own stunts, dog, so you
I
still
get that.
gotta
He fucked up his leg for that. But, like, the passing of the mantle, bro, I believe in, like, okay, you created something big. Mission Impossible is a big genre or a big movie. Franchise, there you go. But then you brought up Jeremy Renner, who at that point was going to be a good actor in action movies.
He was on the come up, yeah.
And then you take that away from him. It's like, fuck you, dog. Like, you're a dick for wanting to hold on to something that you could have given somebody else an opportunity.
Now, Mike is projecting on Vin Diesel real quick, just to clear it up. Vin Diesel's time to pass it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, come on. Dom,
That's what he's really doing. He's projecting. He brought in everybody from Hollywood that could have passed it on to
those movies should have ended
The second one.
the third one. I'll give you the third one.
Okay.
The third one was dope.
It stopped being about racing. Yeah.
No, it was because, okay, so he doesn't know. He never lived in Japan. I lived in Japan for 2 years, and there's no racing in Japan. There's drifting.
Well, yeah, but after
Drifting.
the third one,
That's what I'm saying. But you said racing, but drifting
Oh,
in Japan
sorry.
is big.
Yeah.
So the third one was probably the closest or the last realistic movie they had in the franchise.
Yeah.
After that, it was like, no mama's way. These fools are like better than the Avengers. Like these fools should be the saviors of the world. Well, they're DC and fucking Marvel put together. Like, no mames.
It's true.
So, anyways, this is me being a critic.
So I'm going back to the Jeremy Renner thing. See, the only reason I'm going to say it shouldn't have been Jeremy Renner because of the Bourne Legacy movies. He was also supposed to take the Bourne Legacy movies.
Yeah, those were dope too, actually.
Yeah, and then it was Matt Damon. Then they gave it to Jeremy Renner, and unfortunately, it failed.
I agree with that.
So I'm just like,
Pick one or the other. But
yeah, exactly.
No matter what, it should have been somebody else.
Okay, yeah,
Like Tom Cruise should have been like, okay, you're probably gonna get mad at me, but Top Gun 2, I haven't seen it, so
good.
I can't critique. Well, I don't know what the storyline is, but to me, it was kind of like Tom Cruise trying to relive his glory days.
It's not about that at all.
Is that about that? Okay, cool.
Nope. It's actually contrary to that.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what's crazy? That my daughter was into that. She's so that's her favorite movie now. It's one of her top 3 favorite movies. It's hilarious. And I'm like, you gotta watch the first one. No, I'll just watch this.
You gotta know about
I
Goose.
just really like this one.
I like that you didn't have to watch the first one. Of course, if you watch the first one, you love the second one. But I like that you didn't have to.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it is actually really good. And this is like, and I actually told people before the movie came out, I was like, I really hope Maverick is like more of a teacher. And like they give it to more of the other actors, which you can argue that he does do that with this movie. Okay. But so I was pretty happy with that.
See, because I got a feeling that Tom Cruise is going to revisit A Few Good Men. Because now there's an open, back then it was Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the military. So now gays are allowed in the military. But this time, A Few Good Men is going to be different.
I don't think
that was a joke, Dick. It was a joke.
I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. It was a joke, Dick. Fuck, you didn't get it. But
when you said you were going to try stand-up on here, dog, I
know, right? We're trying to do anything, bro. We're going to start.
Maybe we should throw that one away, dog.
Fuck you, fool.
But anyways, this is practice, dog. It's okay. It's good. It's a safe space.
We're good.
But you got it, right?
Yeah.
This one didn't get it.
This is a safe space, Andy. You
flew over his fucking head, but whatever.
Well, I was going to say, there is one movie that him and Robert Downey Jr. have been talking about.
Which one?
They've been teasing it. Tropic Thunder 2.
With Tom Cruise?
Yeah, well, Les Grossman, he would play the Les Grossman, and then, I don't know. They've been teasing it, so we'll see.
They talked a lot about...
Wait, but will Robert Downey Jr. do...
Yeah.
Blackface again?
Well, no shit.
Yeah.
No, because he was an actor in that one.
Yeah, you're right. So he
was a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
Yeah. I mean, they talked a lot. There was controversy behind that movie, too.
Well, not then, but now it is, yeah. Anyways, dog, I want to get back to Andy, dog.
Let's go back to it. We're just talking about movies and shit. Yeah, but that's what, that's the beauty that you love movies.
Yeah, honestly.
But you love Tom Cruise. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Tom Cruise.
But movies in general. Like, I think just movies, like, I go to the movies to get away from work, getting away from drama, like, outside. Like, movies are just fun in general.
It's influenced you a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's influenced you into your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's influenced you into being a movie, reviewing movies.
Yeah.
What made you do that? What made you start actually being like, you know what? Like, I'm going to start watching movies, giving people my opinions, because Sisko and Ebert was a huge thing, Like, for a while. I forgot how many years they were on TV for. But every week, I remember, I used to watch that shit. I don't know if you remember the cartoon, The Critic?
No.
It was like after The Simpsons. It was like the little guy that would just review the movies.
No.
It was a cartoon. It was hilarious.
That's pretty cool. That's funny.
So it's called The Critic.
Well, Beavis and Butthead, too. They would watch the movies
Beavis
and
and Butthead watch movies
it.
and music videos. So what made you like kind of be like, I'm going to take up that space and kind of do that?
Like,
in a fun way.
And we talk about, like, from Yuma, Arizona. Like, I feel like...
There isn't anything to do?
Yeah. no. Well, not just because of that.
This is like, I'm just joking.
Yeah, no. But there's really not. I mean, it is like a field, like a field worker city. That people come in the winter, then they leave for the summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's from Yuma to Salinas.
What he's saying is Mexicans come in the winter.
Yes.
And then they leave in the summer for like... it's just jokes. I'm going to stop doing stand-up. Fuck it.
No, keep going. Like, we got a little bit more of this. No, and like, I was like, I've always wanted to be an actor, for one, like, making videos. Skits is where I first started. I was making skits with my friends. We'd put them up on YouTube. We'd have a good time, because, like, as an actor, unless you go to the big cities, you can't do anything. Like, in Yuma, like, I was like, well, I'm going to do my own stuff. Like, even now, like, I'm like, I can't move to California yet, so I'm going to be doing my own stuff. Like, I still do short films whenever I can. Like, I still do my movie reviews. So I'm like, I'm just trying to do what I can from Yuma because I can't come over here yet. So that's, like, I think that's my main goal, and I love it. I mean, like I said, I love acting. Talking about movies, that's what we do with our friends. Like, we just sit down after the movie. We're like, well, maybe they meant this from this part, and then there's always, like, allusions, Easter eggs in movies. So I feel like that's why.
You said you worked with Carmen, right? So did you?
Yeah.
You worked at the.
Yeah, the news station.
News station, right?
Yeah.
So is that what got you into that? The fact that you wanted to learn about like film and entertainment.
Yeah, I mean that was just one thing. I mean they really taught me how to edit and use Premiere because that's what I was using. Movie Maker back in the day. So, but now Adobe Premiere is what I use. So, okay. I think the TV station for learning more different cameras and then actually editing.
So you're talking about acting. So that's still something you're still pursuing and trying.
Oh Yeah, I love that. I like, and then I think it goes back to like what I told you with my mom and everything. Like it was just to be able to play a different character. Like you're not yourself. You have to play a different character. You have to realize why this character is doing this. And I just think that's cool. And I always tell my parents, I remember being like, I'm going to be a pilot. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a lawyer. Like I want to do all of these things. And then I'm like, well, acting, you can literally do anything. Like you can do all of these things.
That's true.
Yeah. I was like, and I remember my dad, he would make fun of me. He's like, how are you going to do all of these things? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm going to do it. Like, and then, yeah, I mean, actor is one thing. And yeah, sorry.
You're Mexican American, right?
Yeah.
Where's your family from?
Well, my dad is from Mexicali and my mom is from San Luis.
Okay.
But I know their family's from like Guanajuato and Nayarit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Them being obviously Mexican born.
Yeah.
Did that have any effect on like you wanting to pursue this?
Yes, but maybe not in the way you're thinking. Like, honestly, I feel like my parents had no idea what to do with me because I'm like, I want to be an actor. And they're like, well, you should find a job first. Like, go find. And honestly, like, I'm 28 now. And like, I feel like I have my job. And now I'm pursuing it even more. So I feel like I've seen people try to pursue it and fail, unfortunately. Like, I'm always like, no, you should do it. But like, I'm like, I get it. I mean, financially, like, especially being like, yeah, Mexican American, like my parents, they came from Mexico from nothing to now.
So ¿qué estás haciendo? ¿No?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like at first they're like, why are you embarrassing us type of thing, you know? Because it's just like everyone wants to make money. Like that's the number one thing from field workers' mindset, I think. Make money. And I'm like, yes, I know there's money in it, but that's not why I'm doing it. And I always said, like, if I ever do become famous and I make it, like, taking care of my mom and my parents would be like the number one thing.
Cool.
That seems to be the driving force for a lot of us initially. How like always thinking about our parents and stuff.
No, the reason I asked, bro, is because obviously we come from Mexican American families, and I'm pretty sure it's not just with the Mexican American culture. It could be with any Hispanic culture. People that come from other countries to this country, you know, most of them vienen a trabajar, vienen a como dice él, a hacer dinero.
Yeah.
To provide for your family, and sometimes you get stuck in that. You don't want to pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
Or if you try to pursue your dreams, your family kind of tells you, like, what the fuck are you doing? It kind of stops you.
There's pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, too.
And then just like Latinos, they talk shit.
Exactly.
And I know for a fact, like, my tias have talked shit to my dad. Like, hey, why are you still letting him do these things? Like, he's just embarrassing himself making videos. But, like, and then they saw that I went to the New York premiere in Mission Impossible in New York, the Mission Impossible premiere in New York. And then they're like, oh, maybe he is doing something, you know? Like, I'm like, oh, all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden, everybody texts me,
they
like,
see the pictures with the guy from Top Gun.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're like, hey, that's amazing. I'm like, all of a sudden, like.
I'm going to go back to something that's just a little off topic, but have you guys ever felt pressure to, how do I say this? So our parents, you know, they all have a struggle story. You know, coming from like a Mexican household for me, my experience, my mom's story, you know, being poor, coming over young, having to work, you know, my dad's story. We all have the parents like that. Have you guys ever felt pressure that, damn, I haven't had that type of struggle, but you feel like you have to make them, not, I don't want to say proud, but you have to do something because you don't have that struggle that they've had. You don't have a struggle story that's as extreme as theirs.
I'll let him answer.
Okay. I was like, who?
I got something to say about that.
Because I do. Because I'll be honest. I felt that pressure.
So I'm going to say yes and no. Yes, because I get what you mean. Like everything that they've gone through, and then it led up to like you're here, and then you're like, I'm pretty sure we have our cell phones, like, and then we're like chill. I'm pretty sure they're not dealing with what they had to deal with in Mexico. But I feel like everyone just has their own struggle, no matter what like you've gone through. Like I know people that are like rich, but they've gone through a lot of stuff, but they started rich, you know, or their parents were like, but they still have like their own struggle. I mean, I feel like especially depression, like anxiety, like all of these things happen to everyone. And I feel like us as people, like just everyone has their own struggle. And whether it's small for other people, it might be the biggest thing for us, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of my way to be like, you know, it's okay what I'm going through because this is what I've gone through. And I'm going to have to either pass it and get better or just stay in the same place.
I agree with him. That's where I was getting at. I used to always think, my mom and my dad would always tell me shit about, no, pues tú no sabes cómo así vivíamos en el rancho y que la chingada, que my dad would have to go sell panes at the age of 6. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm glad for American law that we don't have to, you know, we don't have to go through the sub-finance at fucking 6 years old.
Yeah.
No, but at the same time, you're right. You struggle your own struggles, fool. Like, my dad and my mom came from a fucking poor country, or not a poor country, but a poor neighborhood in a poor town. And they were poor themselves in Mexico. They came here for a better life. We were poor here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were broke. Maybe it wasn't the same poor, but we had the same struggles. I didn't get the fucking... When the Power Rangers came out for 1994, I wanted to fucking be the Green Ranger, the White Ranger. Yeah. My mom couldn't afford the fucking real Power Rangers, fool. My mom went to the Swami and got me whatever Asian, Chinese Rangers were. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even speak English, fool. And
Super
I had the fake Rangers. I had the fake
Rangers.
Rangers. But guess what? They gave me what they could. And at the same time, that was my struggle, right, as a kid. Now I look at my kids.
It's a different struggle.
Yeah, but it's the same struggle. It's a different struggle, but it's the same struggle. I'm like, you have everything I didn't have. My fucking daughters, and I don't mean to say fucking because they're not fucking, but my daughters are 14 and 15, and I have an 8-year-old, right? They get branded toys. They get fucking brand shoes. I'm talking about, like, my first Nikes, I got them when I was 13. And they were from TJ Maxx, bro. These motherfuckers get Nikes when they drop. Like, they know that these just dropped. You got to get them for me. But they feel like they're struggling. Yeah. And I think, Modern Macho said it best. Their villains are valid.
Exactly.
Their reasons are valid, fool. And I'm like, now I'm realizing, I'm like, holy shit. Their struggles, their struggle. We're always going to be struggling, fool. Yeah. So. Yeah,
I agree. I'm not diminishing anybody's struggle. What I'm saying is I've always had this pressure that I couldn't fail. Because my struggles, in my point of view, were my struggles, and they were big to me. But they weren't as big as theirs. Like, I wasn't poor. I had opportunities in different ways. I was able to speak English. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I always had this pressure, and that's even now to this day. If people ask me what's my biggest fear, it's failure. Failure as a person, as a human being. Failure as a father, husband, son, brother, friend, cousin, whatever it may be. That's my biggest. I
think that's the biggest fear for everybody, fool. But at the end of the day, one thing that I'm learning, and I'm pretty sure you know, failure to yourself, fool.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because it's like who said it one time in the podcast?
I'm glad we got through to you. That's good.
Fool, because it's true. Somebody said it here. I can't remember who it was. We had a guest that said, "How can you take care of everybody else
when you can't take care of yourself?
You can't take care of yourself." And they said, if the first thing they tell you and you're in a plane.
Eden enamorado.
Eden enamorado. He said it. He said,
it's cliche.
When you're on a plane, when they drop your mask, they don't tell you give it to your kid. It says fucking breathe first, so you can help the other person or your little kids or whatever, right? So it's like that. I think that's what it is, fool. It's like we're afraid of us failing for ourselves. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. So I don't know. I'm getting fucking. Maybe the buzzing is.
That's the alcohol. It's always the alcohol, right? Like.
Yeah.
No, I think he's starting to realize that this is a safe space. We can talk freely.
I've been opening up more, by the way.
That's good. Yeah. And I feel like that's hard between not just like men, but Hispanic men. Yeah. Like my dad, like it's so funny. Like back in the day, he's like, you can't get hurt. Like you don't get hurt. You don't get sick. You got to go to school. And now, like I like stub my toe. He's like, hey, you should go to the doctor. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, where the fuck has this been like my whole life? Like all of a sudden, like I one time like twisted my ankle. He's like, no, camínalo. Like let's go. I'm like, okay. Like, but now it's just like, no, we got to go to the doctor.
You know when I realized?
Little thing.
You know when I realized my dad was getting better? My dad was an asshole with me. My dad, he wouldn't have told me to go to the doctor. He was, that's pendejo. Ponte eso. Yeah. I think I had the firstborn son. And my daughter's kids. Well, a lot of my brothers have kids. And all my brothers have kids. But I wasn't the first. My younger brother had his first kid, and then my daughter was born after. But when my son was born, I saw a difference in my dad. Because I had the firstborn son. Now we have 3 boys in the family. Shout out to my brother who just had a baby. Healthy baby. Congrats, bro. But I had the firstborn son. We had nothing but girls in our family. Nothing but girls. I had 2 girls before my son. My other brothers had 2 girls. Well, 1 girl. And then my other brother had 2 girls. And my other brother had a girl. So my firstborn son, I noticed a difference in my dad. Like, I lived in front of him. So we had a duplex. My dad lived in the back. And this fool would stop by every day, bro. And he would treat him differently. Like he would be like, that was his pride and joy. Like, I felt like he had a second chance because my dad had 4 boys and 1 girl.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
You feel like it's him, like being able to, like, a chance to redeem himself?
Yes,
Bro. Or is it just like a grandparent complex? Because have you seen grandparents?
That's another thing I was gonna say. Grandparents change. Like with their kids, they're fucking hard, but with their grandkids, they're fucking soft. And I'm like, what the fuck? But anyways, I was getting back to just the fact that he was different. You know, it was weird, bro. It was like,
all right, we're
I
gonna
wasn't
go into
jealous.
Yeah,
it was more like I was like,
oh damn! I was about to ask you, how did that make you feel? What the fuck? Where was this, Mike? Where was this when I was a kid?
I was proud. I was like, that's the man I wanted to be with me. And if it didn't happen with me, cool. But at least I'm seeing it with my son. So, yeah, I don't know where the fuck I was getting this because you fucking threw me on a fucking track. But you threw me on a track, that I was on a fucking road. I was like,
see how it's a different podcast when you're just vulnerable?
I know, dog. Fuck.
But yeah, anyways.
Fucking Tom Cruise.
What
What does fucking Tom Cruise do this shit, dog?
Movies, food. It just opens up a can of worms, dog.
Yeah, that's true. Scientology. Hey, I heard crazy shit about Scientology. Have you heard of shit?
Yeah.
I
had a homeboy that said he got a.
Hey, can you guys not talk about my religion?
What the fuck? I was like, oh
Your
shit.
guys' face, you're like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. No, I heard some crazy shit. I had a homeboy that went in there, and he said like, he went to the Church of Scientology in LA, and he said that they wanted to shock therapy him.
Why?
I don't fucking know. He's like, hey, for the first thing they asked me to do is...
It's like conditioning, like training?
Yeah. He said he walked out of there and ran, and he's like, I never went back. I don't know. I'm not talking crap, but there's been a lot of documentaries, so fuck that. But I know.
But hey, dog, look, to each their own, fool. Like, that's weird to me, dog, but people are still in it. Yeah, so it's like, what can you do? I mean, what you think is weird is normal to them.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with the fucking people in Utah.
It's like, what? Oh, like Mormons?
Yeah, well, no, there's another one, right?
What?
There's Mormons and there's some other one.
Yeah,
okay, well,
Utah's mostly Mormon.
When they're like fucking, you can't leave the fucking community.
Oh, you mean Amish?
No, the Amish are like, they're Midwest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about Utah. There's a cult in Utah that you can't leave the community.
Oh, like, okay, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Like, they can have like 7 wives and like 30 kids.
But even that just goes to show that.
Utah.
Oh yeah, Mormons. Yeah, five
Mormons.
Yeah, you never seen the show Sister Wives, dog?
Nah.
But anyways, it just that alone, like, we're getting off topic, but whatever.
Let's get back to movie stuff.
So anyway, no, but let me get this point, fool. Like,
let's make a movie of a Mormon in Utah.
So, if you think about it, like, if someone born into a religion, they don't know any other thing, right? Mm-hmm. So, say a child is born into being an atheist, or just make it.
I was born to Catholicism, and I'm not a Catholic.
There you go, exactly. So, but it's when you're growing up, it's all you know, right? So you're like conditioned in that religion, so it's all you understand.
Yeah.
So it can't be right or wrong. So for us, it's wrong. Like Scientology to me is like.
That's true.
It's weird as fuck, but it is for those people that are conditioned in it.
That's true.
It's normal.
That's true. You're right.
It's normalized. Just like certain TV shows and movies now too. It's normalized.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's certain shows that just.
We're gonna give me an example.
Anyways, Andy.
That's how we get here, fool. Sometimes we get territorial, we get argumentative.
We look at territorial.
Whatever, fool.
This is you guys fighting?
Yeah,
this is us fighting now.
Like a married couple, dog.
Yeah.
Trying to divorce.
So back to you, bro. So.
Yes. Dude, I love it. I mean, I just love conversations like this. We were talking about Tom Cruise movies. We went to religion, like growing up. Like, I just love talking to people, like, because you really do not know where your conversation is going. So that's what's cool, especially podcasts.
Do you ever want to be in a movie or produce a movie?
Yeah, dude, I would love it. Well, I've been like I'm in a show out here. I have to come to Burbank to shoot it, but
oh shit,
yeah, like it's small. It's like
Can you give us details or?
Yeah, and it's cool because so like it's mostly Latino based, like front and back. But the thing is, what I loved about the show was they don't make it obvious they're Latinos. They just live.
It's not one of those shows where they're like fucking.
Yeah, like I'm Mexican, so I should be doing this. Like, no, it's like we're just all Latinos, and we all have like our own problems. Like, and it's just cool. I'm like that's what I loved about that. Like, I feel like a lot of the things too, the people are like, well, why don't you do something like Latino based? I'm like for my short films and stuff, I'm like, why? Like, I'm like I love Latinos and I love the Mexican culture and everything, but it's just like I just live my life, like, like especially for TV shows, movies. Like, I don't want to be like, I'm Latino. Like, I'm just like, I'm American. Like, I'm here living. Like,
I think that's the misconception, bro. Like, I think it's been talked about in the movie industry, in the film industry, that there's a specific way to be Latino.
yeah.
It's like, no mames, way. That's probably gonna be no manches today, but no mames. Just because this food's Mexican doesn't mean he's gonna talk. Hey, way, I like tacos. You know, like no mames. Like, get the fuck, grow up. This food lives just like we talked about in the last podcast. Güeros, blacks, Asians. At the end of the day, they're all people.
Yeah, exactly.
They all have fucking similar stories, dog.
I feel validated, dog, because you listened to what I said.
I did.
That's podcast, dude. I'm very proud of
but
you.
for
right
real,
now.
it's like it's true.
No,
like,
yeah.
what is to say? Why does he have to sound Hispanic to live a Hispanic life?
Yeah.
A Hispanic life is just the same life as any fucking other race, other ethnicity. Because race is the human race, but you know what I'm saying?
I've lived here my whole life. Like, I don't know, like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It goes back to, there was a thing about speaking Spanish, or we had, as a matter of fact, one of our posts, and I talked about this before, about speaking Spanglish. Somebody got on to Carmen.
I saw
Somebody got on to Carmen for speaking Spanglish. I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck? I speak Spanglish.
Yeah.
Like, yo nací aquí, puedo hablar español, no lo voy a hablar correctamente como un castellano, no lo voy a hablar correctamente como alguien que fue a la escuela en México y te va a decir, there's probably a lot of words that I don't fucking educationally know.
Yep.
Pero yo sé hablar español en donde yo vivo, en donde
Yeah.
yo voy a salir adelante.
That's why I think it's important that, like he said, we're just living, but we have to be aware and be proud of our culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I am
show
proud of my culture.
and show that we're proud.
Exactly.
That's what's important.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly,
But people
yeah.
hate on that shit. I'm proud to be Mexican, bro. I fuck yeah, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm also American. But I'm also from LA. But I'm also from SGV. You know what I'm saying? It goes down for it. It's like there's levels. So, ¿por qué me vas a decir tú que yo no hablo español? Porque tú sabes decir unas dos palabras más que yo en castellano. Or you fucking read the dictionary. I don't give a fuck.
Well, and it's so funny. Like, people get mad if you don't know Spanish, but people get mad if you don't know Spanish, but you don't use the right words.
Exactly.
Like my wife, she knows Spanish and she understands it completely, but she just feels embarrassed to speak Spanish because she feels like she's gonna get judged. And I'm just like that sucks. Like,
that's
and
bad,
it's happened
yeah.
because she's been at a waitress at a Mexican restaurant and she was speaking Spanish and some old lady was laughing at her because or someone was laughing at her because she like said a word wrong. And they're like, oh, lo hiciste mal. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, she's trying. Like,
Did you
and a lot of
understand me,
people,
bitch?
yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of people are trying to speak Spanish and you still get judged. So
Even in English, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
fucking fuck up English. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people say I have an accent. I'm like, what's up? Somebody told
They
me I
told
have
me
an
that
accent.
shit too.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
an accent. Yeah,
accent.
exactly.
Do I
Like
sound
I have
like
a
this
Mexican
or
accent,
way?
yeah.
It was like, bitch, I grew up in LA. I have a fucking LA accent, I guess. Whatever.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's true because when you go to New York, people that speak English in New York are going to talk different than you.
Yeah.
People that fucking, in Texas,
Oh, yeah.
they're fucking going to talk different than you, fool.
Tex-Mex.
So it's just locality based, you know what I'm saying, dog? So.
But let's
I
go
don't
to the
know.
real problem. Mexicans in Arizona have the best food.
Oh, I don't even go there.
Oh,
I know
the
this-
faces.
But you might as well tell me you're an LAFC fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might as well tell me that.
But I mean, I've never had Mexican food in Arizona. But I mean, really, like,
It's pretty bomb. It is different, though. It's so funny. I've had Mexican food in Texas. I've had Mexican food in Arizona and California.
Have you ever had a burrito in Texas?
No.
That's a taco.
what do you mean?
So I went to El Paso
Interesting.
and I went to a restaurant and I said, me das un burrito de asada? And they gave me a taco.
It's just a big ass taco. They just
Yeah, it's the biggest taco. And I was like, ¿qué es esto?
so they don't have burritos there.
They do, but they call it something else. I can't remember what it was called, but I was like, ¿qué es esto? He's like, es un burrito. And I was like, este no es un burrito está así. Oh, no, eso se llama así. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fool.
Well, just like tacos in Mexico, they give you the meat and the tortillas on the side. They
That's
don't.
true.
They
You
don't
gotta make
serve
your own
it
shit?
together. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unless you go to
That's-
Tijuana. In Tijuana, te dan
Yeah.
tacos.
In the Patzingan, they give us tacos.
It's just weird, fool. It's just different places.
Well, yeah, it's all based differently. Well, yeah, I mean, but Yeah, I don't understand why you would say Arizona has better food. I just feel like
He's all offended. I'm just kidding.
no, I'm not offended, but you know, there is a big battle between
Yeah.
everybody saying that there is a lot of like good
Yeah.
food in different places.
Yeah.
But I still feel like the mecca of food is here because we just have so many cultures mixed in it. Like the fusions. Okay, obviously
Okay,
the
but
authentic.
you're talking about Mecca. You're
Also-
talking about fusions.
Okay, also-
he's talking about Mexican food.
But
Yeah.
also, okay, let me rephrase that then. We have the border down here, dog. It's only 2 hours away.
Arizona has a
we
border.
well,
Texas has a border.
wait,
But I'll tell you what,
Arizona doesn't have a border.
They do. Sonora. You gotta go to Sonora, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
Yuma
So now
gets
it's right there.
into.
But then Baja's over here. So
Baja's over
yeah.
here.
Never
So
mind,
we all
I
have
take
borders.
it back, dog.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. Tex-Mex, and I'm skipping Arizona because I'm jumping because I've only had Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex food is different, just like Tex-Mex music is different
Yeah.
than California music.
They have interesting like beans in Tex-Mex.
What is it like?
It's just lo hacen diferente, way.
Yeah,
Like
it's interesting.
The refried beans.
doesn't mean that it's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not what we're used to. It,
Yeah.
dog, you know what I'm saying? Like carne asada fries over here probably tastes different than carne asada fries over there. You know what I'm saying, dog?
They're not even fries, dog. In
No,
Texas,
exactly.
fool. They're tacos. Nah, but I'm gonna get back to Andy, dog, because so you're doing
But this is all handy food. This is
I know,
Arizona.
But I want
It's
there's something
Yuma.
there's something I want to talk about because we
Oh.
experienced this. You know, you've been in YouTube for a while and you've been associated with it and into it. For us, it was like for me, it was a newer thing being involved in it. Like I
Yeah.
started watching it late too. But have you ever like just felt like, damn, this is a lot of fucking work. I just feel like I can't do this anymore.
Dude, yeah. And then I feel like people don't ever realize like how much work you actually put into it. Because I've had people like be like, hey, let me be in one of your skits. And I'm like, cool, let's do it. And I don't think they realize like a 2 to 3 minute long skit is going to take like all day. And then they're like, oh, well, I'm just here for like an hour. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, unless you really want to, like, it takes a long time. And it's funny because then you edit it and it's like a minute and then like, we did all that work for a minute. I'm like, yeah, exactly. And that's why I feel like skits are harder for me at least because like everyone else, I have my regular job. So I'm like, I have to also get like people mixed in together. Like if it's not just me by myself, I have to bring in people. So yeah, it's a lot of work. And I feel like people really don't see that, especially you guys. Sure, I'll take another one.
And the reason I want to bring it up is because I feel like people don't know the work that goes into it. You know, you're talking about the short films you've made, and we made a short film that was 4 minutes long, our Star Wars one.
That was a half a day work.
That was like
exactly.
half a day. No, it was more than half a day. But it was a long time, and then just the editing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's more than
Color
half a day.
editing.
He did the editing on one.
Special effects.
I did the special effects and the music, and it's like, damn, that thing took us like 6 days just to do a 4-minute video.
Yeah. So that's why I respect people like that actually keep doing skits and just focus on skits because that's a lot. I mean, podcasting, look, you guys have to come up with different segments for each person. Like you guys just did one before this one, and I'm pretty sure you guys are like, okay, we're still thinking about that one, but now we have to think about this one. So like, I think just people that make content, I respect them all. Like it's pretty crazy.
You know what's interesting though? That I feel like the podcast world for me, what's been easy is that everybody has a different story, dude.
Yeah.
Like you have your story, you know, and we can all relate in some way. Earlier we're talking about, you know, macho and masculinity and being fathers and things like that. And now you come in and we're talking about movies, and no matter what it is, we can relate to it.
Yeah.
You know, we all, like I said earlier, we're all people. We can relate to literally anything. We have different experiences, but it's all relatable in one form or another.
That's true. That's true. So YouTube.
Yeah.
Who have you worked with? Who do you want to work with? What has been your experience with that?
I think we've talked about this. I mean, Super Ego, like, I remember watching him as a kid and being like, dude, that's so cool. Like, I wish I could be in his videos and blah, blah, blah. And now he's like one of my good friends. Like, we text all the time. Like, I've helped him edit videos. So I'm going to kind of go back to like living your dream or trying to accomplish your dreams. Like, I think if you like legit don't give up and you keep going, whether it takes 10 years, 15 years, like, it's gonna happen. Like, you just have to not give up because like now, like I said, I'm working with one of my favorite YouTubers, and now he's not just like a guy I watch. Now he's like one of my good friends. Like, so I just think that's like, I think he was like the one that I'm just like, you know, like if I get to this, like, that's pretty badass. Like, that's a dream come true. But of course, I mean, it would be badass to like work with Mr. B's, like all of these other people. Like, I don't know. I really don't have like just one specific person. Like, I just like meeting new people, talking to new people, like going as far as I can, of course. So,
where does that mentality come from? Like, not giving up, dude, because it's always interesting. Everybody has a different answer for motivations and stuff.
Yeah.
Where does yours come from? Because it's easy to fucking give up. You know, like, sometimes you can pour your heart into something that just doesn't work, and you can keep going, or you could just give up, you know? And sometimes it's okay to give up, too.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
where does that drive for you come from?
I think, like we said earlier, my parents, but also my wife. I would say I was a big negative thinker back in the day, especially during high school and like those college years. Like, I was just really negative. I'm like, well, I don't know why I do this anymore. Like, I don't know why I keep doing this. Or I stopped for like years because I was like, there's no point. Like, nothing's going to happen. But my wife is one of the biggest, like, she's like one of the happiest people, one of the most positive people you'll ever meet. And like, she's really the one that made me like change my mentality and be like, you know what? You need to be positive. Like, if you are positive in life, just in general, like, you'll just see so many different things like happen. Like, I just think like that's one of my biggest motivations, because I'm like, I don't want my kids to struggle, or not even struggle, because struggling is always good, but like we talked about being poor, and like I want my kids to be better than me. And I think if I show that I did something and I accomplished my dreams, like my kids are gonna be like, you know what, my dad can do it, I can do it. So I think that's one of the biggest things. So not just like my past, my present, but also my future. Like, that's really what inspires me.
Were you already doing YouTube when you met your wife?
Yeah. And so, like, she was like, I would think like, so I would say my wife is way better looking than I am. And like, I was like, maybe like she'll be embarrassed of me. But no, she was like, I'll be in your videos.
She's like, that's the reason I fell for you.
I was his biggest fan.
She really planned this the whole time. Like, no, but yeah, she's one of the biggest inspirations. And she's like, Andy, you should make a video. Like, you have time. Like, I'm like, cool. Like, yeah, let's do it. Like, so.
That's dope, because I was talking to somebody yesterday where we talked about supporting, each other, right? And you talk about when you want to do something. Like, for me, I was doing photography, finding somebody who supports what you want to do.
Yeah.
Who adds to it. And that's dope that I was going to ask you about your wife. This what beats me to it. Because at the end of the day, if you're with somebody and they don't support what you do, it could affect what you do. You know what I'm saying? It
rubs off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so obviously she rubbed off on you. Have you rubbed off on her a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, just making videos, like, I would say, like, even, like, I would say I'm pretty funny, but, like, she's really fucking funny, too. Like, I think that was one of the biggest things. Well, 80s music was one of the biggest things that, like, we both had in common. Being in high school, well, we graduated 2013, but being in high school during that time, like, no one listened to 80s music, but she was like, I love 80s music. I was like, oh my God, me too. You guys been in high school? Yeah. We're high school sweethearts, yeah.
Okay.
We got together sophomore year.
Nice.
But, and I go back because, like, I know I've had friends, and, like, she's been friends with their significant others, and, like, she's told me, like, she's talked crap about this person because he wants to do, like, videos and stuff. I'm like, that kind of sucks. Like, to have, like, your partner not support you in that way. And I'm like, I'm really blessed to have her, like, being like, Andy, you need to don't forget to make your movie review. Like, hey, when are we going to the theater? Like, it's badass.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Have you ever been, like, camera shy?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I always get camera shy, but, like, once I'm in front of the camera, I'm like, let's do it. Like,
that's good, because Lord knows we struggled.
Bro, when we first started, that shit was crazy. This fool would stutter. I would be like, what the fuck?
I mean, but look at you guys now. I mean, that's what I mean. It's all progression. And I feel like even with me, with my videos, like, it started, I remember I shot a video on an iPod Nano, like those really bad cameras.
Oh, wow.
But it's what I had. Like, at the time, like, it looks really horrible, but that's what I had. And now, like, thankfully, like, we have iPhones. Like, everyone has a 4K camera in their pocket. Like,
hey, fool, those shits are vintage now, dog. You should sell it.
iPod Nano?
Oh, yeah, the iPod Nanos, yeah, right?
Make some feria, fool, for the next video.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I just feel like people need to really appreciate, like, some of the things you're doing and just the background and behind the scenes. Because it takes a lot, dude. Just being in front of a camera is hard as heck. Like, I'm used to this camera now. Like, I told you the story last week when we had Johnny in here with Jerry. When I did, like, the promotional thing for the Chicano Hollywood. I had to stand on a marker. I didn't even know what a marker was, first of all. Standing in front of the marker, I'm like, what the fuck is the marker? Oh, the X. Oh, okay, cool. You got these lights. The camera's, like, right here. And you're supposed to memorize these lines that they give you, like, 5 minutes before. And It was just horrible.
That's how you know you're not ready for being an actor, though.
Yeah, I'm exactly fool. That's what I'm trying. The point I'm trying to make, that no matter what it is, we see it. We see you doing your reviews. We do skits. They see us doing the podcast. But dog, it's fucking hard. Like just doing it. Like once you do it, one thing for sure, you have to do it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it. Go for it, no matter what. But it's nerve-wracking, and for people that think it's easy, try it. Just give it a try, you know. And that's not to talk shit.
Yeah.
It's just try it, you know. Like maybe you'll have a love for it, but it is hard work.
But staying consistent, like you guys, I see your guys' podcast. Even if you guys took like a break from the regular podcast, but you guys still posting reels, Instagram, TikTok, like, and that's what it is. People see that. Like, I mean, I saw it right away like I said, I first started watching with Carmen, but then I just saw you guys consistently posting. I'm like, oh, that's pretty badass. Like, that's interesting.
That's hard.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate that because it is hard work, man. So to hear that, it feels good.
Yeah.
But anyways,
let's get back to Mission Impossible, because you did a whole thing about Mission Impossible, and I know you've done it for, like you said, you love Tom Cruise, but I'll be real, I love Mission Impossible, but James Bond, I think is in a fight.
But which James Bond though? Which one are you talking about?
Okay.
It was Sean Connery. Well, even before Sean Connery.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is your favorite?
No.
But you think he would be like the best?
Pierce Brosnan.
Daniel Craig could take Tom Cruise. Physically.
Oh, well, yeah, dog. Have you not seen Daniel Craig, fool?
Daniel Craig could take Tom Cruise physically. But I don't think Pierce Brosnan would take him. Fuck, Pierce Brosnan's more like a...
But I feel like Ethan Hunt, like, he's more of a mental, like, fighter, too.
Yes,
like, he'll figure out a way. He's like Batman. I'm going to use Batman as
Don't use Batman.
He's got a
Batman
point.
is my favorite fucking character, right?
Because I've had this argument with my wife, because she says that...
No.
She said Superman can beat Batman.
Nope.
And exactly.
Nope.
I tell her, I'm like...
Wait, I gotta...
No, Superman can be Batman.
No, wait.
What's up?
Initially, without him knowing, he can beat him.
Okay.
If you give Batman a couple of days
Batman
to prepare,
is the greatest
anybody's
detective.
fucked.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like, and I feel like it's the same way with Ethan Hunt. Like, if you give him time, or if you like, even if you're fighting him and he's already figuring out ways. He's like, no, I'm gonna use this to beat him up. And Daniel Craig, I feel like he's more brute. Yeah, and I get it.
I'll give you credit for the fucking Russian prison escape that Ethan Hunt did.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Did you not see the episode with the movie with Henry Cavill? What is it, Rogue Nation?
That was the last one.
Yeah, Fallout.
Well,
Fallout,
that was
Fallout.
the second to last one, right?
Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fool, I was lost on that one. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They got him.
Okay.
So it is a mental game.
Did you not see the last movie with Daniel Craig, fool, on fucking 007?
Yeah, and he died.
Yeah.
Ethan Hunt is yet to die.
Ethan Hunt's died twice in the franchise.
How do you know he's dead? How do you know he's dead?
Because he's not coming back.
Yeah, he's done.
Okay, he's not coming back as an actor, but we know that. But how do you know he's dead?
Because they said they're going to make a new 007. So therefore...
He's probably the only 007 that's died too, right?
He could have retired.
Well, no, because he would want to retire with his family.
You never know. That's the
But yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
Anyways, Ethan Hunt, because it's only been played by Tom Cruise, versus Daniel Craig, I think Daniel Craig wins. Anybody else, I think Ethan Hunt got the advantage. I mean, I don't know as far as comparing him to Batman and shit, because...
No, I just the mentality wise, like like we've talked about it. Batman, if you give him a couple days, he'll beat anybody.
Yeah, I would never disagree with that, because Batman, fool, he has a fucking kill strategy for every superhero and villain.
Oh, dude, that movie.
He
Have you guys seen the animated movie?
Oh, yeah,
Doom?
all of them. I've seen them all.
Yeah, it's badass.
He has no powers, fool.
Yeah.
So for Batman to be the best motherfucker out there?
Darkseid recruits him and fucking
Justice
League War Apocalypse.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know. Batman's...
Yeah.
I don't... The DC is not my favorite. Marvel's my favorite.
Animated is the best.
Animated DC,
hands down. But, so Ethan Hunt, yeah, for sure. You did this whole thing, right, with the Mission Impossible? We're talking about... So you did, what was it? How many days total? 33?
I think it was 42 in total.
Shit.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do all those videos? And you were obviously like, boom, hitting them back to back to back to back. Did that bring the attention of anybody within the whole franchise?
Well, so it's pretty cool. So when I went to the premiere in New York City, he did it was more for Top Gun, but one of the actors who's also in Mission Impossible, he was in Top Gun and Mission Impossible. Coyote. He was Coyote in Top Gun, but he's also Dega in Mission Impossible. So he right away at the red carpet at Top Gun, he was like, "Is that Andy?" Dude, you have no idea, like, the feeling. I'm just like, what? Like, he remembers my name. He's like, Andy, what's up, bro? Dude, I was with the audience, and, like, everybody, like, looked back, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I was like, dude, that felt badass. And then later on, like, I was just chilling, like, on the sidelines, and he comes up to me. He's like, what's up, Andy? So we had, like, a good conversation. He was a really cool guy. Like, and then so at the New York premiere, one of the guys was like, they introduced me, one of the Paramount reps introduced me to Danny Ramirez. And then he's like, wait, he's like, you're the guy who watched Top Gun every day, huh? He's like, bro, we used to send your stuff amongst each other in a group chat. He's like, yeah, it was like a big morale boost for all of us. I was like, bro, like, that's all I need to hear. Like, dude, like, that was badass. Like,
you know who Danny Ramirez is?
No.
He's the guy from Falcon and Winter. Well,
yeah.
The Captain America series?
Yeah.
The new Falcon.
Yeah.
The new Falcon?
Well, they didn't say it in the... He's going to be the new Falcon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
But yeah, he's also been in On My Block, if you guys have seen that.
Yeah. Who is he?
He's the older brother, Ruby's older brother in On My Block. But in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, he's the military guy helping Falcon.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay, good.
Damn, that's crazy. That's a dope ass feeling, huh? Like, just being able to experience that, like...
Yeah.
So you know they are watching, like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
Like, I was like, maybe you guys can like it sometime. But no, but they just watch it. I'm like, okay, well, that's more than enough.
That's more than enough.
Yeah.
But even that, like, it was a morale for them.
Yeah, dude.
That's
I was
crazy.
Like, my heart was like, I'm not going to cry right now, but it's cool. Yeah.
I had something similar happen to me, bro. I was at a family party, and I think it was your brother-in-law, fool. Oh, no, it's true. It's a true story. Remember that one time we were at a family party in Omani, and your brother-in-law was like, his girlfriend, he was like, hey, this is Mike, and she's like, yeah, oh hey, what's up? And he goes, no, he's Mike from the podcast, and she was, Mike from Sisko and Mike podcast. I was like, yeah. And I felt, I know the feeling, bro. Yeah. Hey, don't take away from me.
Dude, I get it. It's just like feels, bro. Yeah, any like positivity going towards like,
I feel good.
All the hard work you're putting in, like it's just like, bro, like that's badass. And I feel like you guys are the same way. Like you remember the people who like your stuff, who have shared your stuff. Like even if it's like those 5-6 people like that you really remember, you're like, I'll always remember these people. Like it's badass.
That's true. Yeah, I agree with that because, you know, we have people that always comment on our stuff. You're one of them. I mean, we appreciate that, bro. And for you to do that to us, you know, it's amazing,
dude. And I feel like, especially like just supporting each other. Like I think that's the biggest thing because I know we've all met people who think they're better than everybody, and it's just like no. Like that's why I respect Super Ego Eric so much because like. He treats everybody the same. He treats you with respect. Like I said, we met through Call of Duty, and like he was just the same respectful he is to his like best friend, to someone he just met. Like that's why I really respect him. Like
let me ask you a question, bro. How good is he?
At what?
Call of Duty.
Oh, not good at all. No, he's got a lot better.
That sucks or what? What's his kill to death ratio?
I don't remember. It's been a while, but that we played.
Some guy used to always make fun of me, dog. I used to get like 3 kills and 11 deaths and shit.
Hey, that's good.
But I was on the team. I was on the team, dog.
That's better than me, to be honest with you.
Fool, that shit gets fucking. You start getting dyslexic or some shit. You start fucking tripping out, fool.
I can't
Especially my movement used to be like, and he's like, nah, fool, put your fucking sensitivity
up
to high. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, fool? I'm fucking getting dizzy.
I can't do it, dog. I tried. I don't. That's why I don't play online in any games.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. Like I just can't deal with it.
I play the stories.
Yeah, me too. Exactly the same.
I suck at the stories too. Fool. That was kill me, dog.
You should just not play anymore.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna give up on video gaming. Like I suck. Even FIFA, fool. I lose to little kids, 6-1, 7-1, 10-1.
Well,
I'm like,
it's funny because I just passed Spider-Man, the game.
Yeah.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah. Well, the one that came out like in a couple years ago, but I just started playing them and I'm like, damn,
for
these
PS5?
are badass. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I got a PS5 that I'm gonna give to my son for his birthday.
It's a dope fucking
but it's still in the garage. Like his birthday's not till September, and I bought it in January because, you know, scarcity or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna find it again. So I bought it, but I've been wanting to play it and it's in the garage, and I'm just like,
just open it up.
He has
slowly.
a little TV in the garage.
Nah, but it's still sealed.
Connected to your phone and shit.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it to my son. But I'm gonna tell him it's for both of us.
That's
Is that
good.
bad?
Dude, that's the only reason I can't wait to have kids. I don't have any kids, but I can't wait to have kids so I can buy like toys. Be like, he just really wanted it, babe. Like,
So I want to ask you, dude, like, doing movies, you reviews, you're into movies and things like that. Like, fuck, I lost my thought real quick, dog. I had a good one. No, oh, here we go. And we're talking about Spider-Man. Do you feel like superhero movies like that have affected the movie industry or have affected what people expect from movies now?
yes. And yes, because like, I feel like even right now it's affecting Marvel a lot. Like I think they were high, like they were on their high, like they were just putting out like amazing movie after amazing movie. But as we've seen right now, all the reviews have been going down. And unfortunately, like Secret Invasion just got the worst reviews that they've ever gotten.
I kind of like it, to be honest, but the ending was suck.
Yeah. Well, I just felt like the ending was just underwhelming.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like a lot of their recent things, like it ends and you're just like, oh, okay. Like, but their past stuff, like Infinity War, like everyone was like, holy fuck. Like, and then Endgame, it ends and you're like crying because of Robert Downey Jr., like, or Iron Man. And like, so I just feel like it's getting oversaturated. But like me as a fan, I'm just like, nah, keep giving me more stuff, but make it better. Like,
Yeah.
Do you just, it's oversaturated because they're just throwing shit out there?
yes.
You're like, fuck.
But the thing is that I feel that it's just our expectations that are changing now. Because if you look at the deeper than if you look at the movies, you look at the comics or whatever it may be, right? We're always comparing. Like we can't just appreciate the movie for what it is. It's like that's not comic accurate. Like why did they do
spoiled.
that? Yeah.
We're spoiled.
So after the first movies, dog, like maybe in the first Hulk sucked, right? Then we got a decent Hulk, and then we got Iron Man. Iron Man changed the game.
But the Hulks, to be honest, the Hulks were made in an era or in a time frame where Marvel movies were not that big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and then they left that franchise.
I think that was Universal that did those Hulks.
Yeah.
Well, they still own Hulk.
I think it just changed in June.
Really?
Changed over, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they're able to have a Hulk on Disney Plus now, like those movies.
Oh, okay.
So I just dropped it. No, but
hey, by the way, he's a spoiler, so don't fucking ask him for nothing.
he'll just review it.
Wait, to what?
I'm a spoiler. I spoil movies. Like I can watch a movie even though it's spoiled.
This
Somebody
fool already
spoils
knows what's gonna happen in the movie if it hasn't come out yet. Like this fool reads, he goes into the dark web.
I'm the same way, bro.
Don't fucking do that to me.
Yeah, no, I won't spoil it. I hate to spoil it for people.
Okay, don't spoil it.
Because I like seeing their reaction when they watch it. Like I'm the guy in the movie. Like,
but
when something's about to happen, I'm just like.
But this fool spoils it without fucking like he'll come up with stories, fool. Like. Yeah, but what if Black Panther fucking did this and the sister took?
But
he spoils it, fool. It doesn't matter. He spoils
most of my spoilers are because I actually have knowledge of the comics.
Yeah.
So I have like a different background, and it's like, dog, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I criticize because it's like that's not comic accurate, dog. You know what I'm saying? But but I feel like just our expectations have changed.
Yeah. So you didn't like Namor?
I like that movie. I didn't like the Black Panther 2, the whole movie, but
what I'm saying is that do you like the fact that they changed it to Namor?
I did.
Soy un niño sin amor.
Oh, most definitely, dog.
Why?
Because seeing the brown man who play a Marvel hero, dog, was sick.
Yeah.
Did you like it or did you not like it?
I like Namor, the character.
Okay, cool. Me too. Namor became my favorite, one of my favorite characters.
Now, if you say the movie, I feel like, okay, it was a little underwhelming, but I get it because there were so many changes made because of Chadwick's passing. But I get it, but at the same time, I feel like it was underwhelming.
Okay.
See, and I'm okay with the changes as long as it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they change something, I'm just like, why did you do that? Like, but I see what you mean. Like, we have our expectations, and like I said, I think we're just spoiled because we just got so many great movies, and then out of nowhere, like even I think the CEO says that they were trying to put out too many things, and even their CG was affected by it. Like all of these things, the story was affected, but because they were just on their high, like they were just like, let's just release everything we can for everybody.
It's making money.
The money got in the way for sure.
Yeah, like Doctor Strange. I like that movie, and people still criticize it.
I didn't like it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know you didn't like it. Yeah.
The second one.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You know, so it's.
I'll tell you which one's badass. Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 3.
I still haven't seen it.
Fool. It's
badass
great.
movie.
But now we just lost James Gunn too. Well, Marvel lost James Gunn.
He's at DC now.
But so this is my theory. If Marvel keeps going at the way it's going, and DC it like starts putting out good stuff, like we have Blue Beetle coming up. So if that one starts like beating
I don't know.
it,
Blue Beetle sounds like, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying?
Blue Beetle's dope, fool. Have you not seen Justice League or Young Justice and all that?
But I mean, no one knew who Guardians of the Galaxy was.
What you think of the Flash?
I hated it.
The new one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I fell asleep, dog.
You fucking tripping, dog.
See, but but it still goes
Now you
back.
got me
See,
mad,
so
I'm
this is
fucking
so here's another thing. Here, this is the beauty of movies that you can. Every person is gonna walk out of with a different experience.
Exactly.
Take that Flash, fool, the
Sucks,
new
man.
one.
Yeah.
I don't even like that fucking Flash. I don't like that character.
Dude, I hate his run.
Yeah, well, they were
I'm like,
it was
anyways.
weird. Yeah,
But
it was
but
weird.
the
Enough
CGI
criticism about that
sucked.
movie.
Yeah, the whole movie sucked. Yeah.
But then Michael Keaton in the fucking movie, dude.
No, he was the best
the
part.
bright spot.
Yeah, he was the best part. It's just the movie, like,
And then him fucking dying.
And he knows it. You already did.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just spoiled it.
Hey,
No.
my bad, guys. I didn't mean to fuck it up too.
But here's the thing that I don't like with the consistency of DC, that Blue Beetle's come out, but it's not part of the future. It's not part of James Gunn's future. So it's just another movie that was
I see
made
Just throw and make money.
just to throw in and make money.
And in the Latino community,
Yes.
let's be honest,
Yeah.
because they have Cholo.
I'm rooting for him to really
I
kill
hope he
it.
does great because
He's a good actor, fool. I mean, fucking
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Come on, fuck.
Parenthood, dog.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm Team Cholo, like
Yeah.
for Cobra Kai, because fuck Robbie. Fuck that fool, dog.
Fuck that.
Fuck that fool. This
Yeah.
fool, you kicked this fool. He fucking fell, broke his back, and he came back and whooped your ass. Like, damn, come on, fuck you, fool, Robbie. I am also Lawrence. I'm a fucking Lawrence.
Oh,
Team
yeah,
Lawrence.
got it. I
Johnny
like the little
Lawrence.
spin that they did, that he's really like the
Yeah.
victim in the whole movie. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
Dog, team, come on, Johnny Lawrence, fool.
Yeah.
Because you know why? You know why I like him? Because he's a fuck up, and I grew up being a fuck up. So I'll say it. Fuck it, whatever.
That's good.
Damn, dog. You
you
just
went
Fuck
deep into
Caruso. Fuck you.
He was a real bully in this
Yeah,
movie.
you're a fucking bully, dog.
yeah, that's a good twist on how that is.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
But
dog.
I guess we'll see. I'm just excited. I mean, like I said, I love movies. I love to see where they're going, and I love to see original things. I love to see new things, sequels. That's why people are like, "Why do we keep getting sequels?" I'm like, "Well, if they're good, like, but like we should stop doing Fast and the Furious." But you know, it's fine.
That is true, though. Fuck
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious,
But
too.
you know, since you've been doing reviews and all that, has that changed how you watch movies? Like, for example, I feel like having to review it or having to judge it or anything, it takes away from experience in it in that moment.
Yeah, because and then I'm watching, I'm like, oh, I didn't like that. Like, why did you do that? Like, I'm like, oh no, why are they editing it like this? So yes, and I only get one time. Like, so unfortunately, I'm not there yet where I get invited to like the pre-screening. So I have one time to watch it, which is Thursday. Then I go home, I film, I edit, and then I release it Friday. So I'm like, I just get that one time to watch it, and I have to like think of everything while I'm watching it. So yeah, it does, but I still enjoy it. I mean, like I said, I do it either way. Like even after the movie, I'm gonna go talk to it with my friends. So
Okay.
Damn, he's got the insight. He gets to watch the movies before.
You get invited to all the movies or what?
no, I don't. That's why.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I mean, I have, but like it's like out here or San Diego, Phoenix. It's never in Yuma. So I feel like one of my goals in the future would be to bring a movie premiere to Yuma.
Oh, shit.
Like that would be one of my dream goals, because I feel like, especially Yuma being so small, I know for a fact there's a lot of little kids with these dreams that have no idea how to do it. And I think that would be one of my biggest goals, to bring something for kids to also be like, you know what, it is possible. So
That's dope.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of my future
Go
goals.
Yuma.
Yeah.
You know? No, because it's a little town, fool. It's a border town, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If we could fucking help them out.
And like we just talked, my parents were field workers too, and like I feel like a lot of these little kids like are in the same boat. Like their parents don't know what to do. Their parents don't know how to help them out. Like, and I know there's a lot of talent in Yuma, but they just don't know how to use that talent outside. So
They don't get the opportunities.
yeah, exactly. Like I have to travel out here with you guys, like to do this podcast, because that's what I want to do. So I'm like, I'm willing to drive there because I love what I do. You know?
Is that in the plans for you, like to come down here and dedicate yourself full time to that? Like,
Oh yeah.
leave your career and just kind of boom, just go 100%?
Yeah, I told my wife, I'm like, are you ready to move? And she's like, well, if you have a plan. Yeah, she's way more responsible than I am. For me, I would be out here already like struggling, but for her, it's like, do we have bills? Like, are you just gonna live out there? Like, what's your plan?
You have no kids running around.
No,
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do it, and then think about kids, because once you have kids, it changes your life, bro.
Me and her, it's so funny. Like her parents, like they're like, hey, when are you guys having kids? My parents are like, hey, when are we having grandchildren? And then for her and me, we're like, next year. And then like that was like 4 years ago. Like we're like, next year, next year.
You want kids?
Yeah, I mean, so it's one of those things like I can't wait, but I can wait to have kids because I'm excited, for the toys and stuff.
Hey, how do you feel about all this going on right now with the strikes?
Dude, it's affected me in the way that like I set up an interview with Coyote, or his Dega now in Mission Impossible, but we can't do it because no one's promoting it. So I'm like that was another interview that I had set up, but we can't do it. So I'm like, it kind of sucks, and especially for movies like next year, like all these movies are going to be delayed. Like so,
yeah,
it's gonna.
I know what got pushed back. Deadpool got pushed back.
Well, didn't it get moved forward?
Move forward?
Yeah.
It's dropping early next year, no?
Yeah. So it got pushed 6 months forward.
Oh,
Everything else got pushed back. All the movies stopped recording and all the writers stopped. But it sucks. I don't know if you guys know this about Deadpool 2 or 3, that Ryan Reynolds can't improvise his lines.
Really?
Yeah. For right now, until the strike is over, he cannot improvise lines. Because once he starts improvising, he is technically a writer for the film.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Fool. So when the writer's strike was happening, but the actors still didn't go on strike, they were filming, but he couldn't say anything that wasn't on script.
And he loves doing that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, that's crazy. Like I wonder how long this is gonna go on and how it's gonna affect everything.
Yeah,
and we were talking about the last time too about Chat GPT. This will send me a fucking video where Elvis is singing.
Bro, all those
Baby
videos.
Got Back.
Yeah, dude, all those
like,
videos.
What the fuck?
Well, Vicente Fernandez singing Peso Pluma. I've heard that one.
Up.
Yeah, bro.
I have to listen to that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy what they can do now. But I think that's one of the biggest reasons.
That's one of the biggest reasons. Yeah.
So it always comes down to money, no matter what.
But that is because look.
Well, no shit. It's livelihood of the actors,
and it goes back to real life, dog. There's such a disparity in wages between the actors, and I'm not talking about the Tom Cruises. I'm talking about the other actors, right?
Yeah.
Compared to like the CEOs that are making like fucking like 400 times more.
But let's be honest, fool. Okay, and I don't. Again, I don't wish bad against anybody, but you're in the business of making money, right? The point is what? Making money. So if you're a fucking studio, if you're a CEO, your point is to pay the least amount. If you're a business owner, your point is to fucking pay the least amount of cost and get the most productivity and most profit out of it. That's the truth. That's the bottom line. That's capitalism 101. We live in a country.
But there's
we live in a world full of capitalists.
But there's a fine line between that and taking advantage.
That's the morality of it. That's the morality of it.
Yeah.
That, unfortunately, it takes few to say that's fucked up. We could say it's fucked up all we want, but we ain't got no power.
Yeah. Well, but I think the other big thing right now with the whole AI thing, like they want to bring in an actor who's going to be an extra. They want to bring him in for one day of work and then scan their face and body, and he'll be able to be used forever. Like I'm like,
that's fucked up.
And one of the YouTuber guys, that I watched, his name is Chris Stuckman. He reviews movies too. He talks about how Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they first started being extras in Field of Dreams, and he's like, if they never did that movie, they wouldn't have been able to talk to this person. We would have never had Matt Damon or Ben Affleck. So he was using that as an example, as these extras work their way up to being an actor and to being Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So we would have never gotten these movies, the directing, the writing of Good Will Hunting and all these films. So it's the same thing. We don't know if the next Tom Cruise is sitting in extra just waiting to be there to be discovered, And we'll never know if AI takes over for the extras because he's at home right now.
What's that movie that they made where there's the whole movie's about an AI? It's a she, it's a female.
Ex Machina?
No, that's an anime. The movie is about actual AI.
Are you talking about the one with Joaquin Phoenix?
I think so.
Is it her?
Yeah, her.
Her, yeah.
Okay. So the whole movie was about the movie was an AI. He was talking to AI. What does it say that in the future movies are not made by AI? Fool, they could generate any fucking person they want.
Well, that's the other thing too with the writing. That's another thing that they're saying. Using AI to write scripts, so it's.
But that's what I'm saying, fool. It's like, who's gonna stop that? Literally, who can stop that?
The consumers.
Yeah.
But okay, But we were talking about sheep last time, right? Last podcast. The majority of people don't give a fuck. Majority of people are gonna say, "Just give me content."
But here's the thing. You know, one of the things about
I don't know if it's just
what makes art, and I'm considering like filmmaking, the writing, the acting, and art, is because it does one of two things. It connects with you, or it takes you away. So if you have something that's artificial, doing something like it's not the same. Like a painting where you see the guy doing it means a lot more than someone.
I understand that, but a lot of people. I'm just gonna say me. A lot of people are into instant gratification. So, how the fuck do you know if somebody literally fucking painted something or acted something versus what they're telling you they did? Like example, Wall-E. I know that movie gets me all the time because it's like all these fucking people are just chilling.
They don't know what's really happening.
Exactly, bro.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But to them, that's reality.
Yeah.
The Matrix. When the Matrix first came out, I didn't fucking believe in the Matrix. I'm like, fucking whatever. I still don't believe in the Matrix. I'll be honest. The first time I saw it, I was in juvenile hall. That's the first time I saw it, bro. It was juvenile hall.
You were trying to bend the bars and shit?
Nah. I was like, get me out of here. Nah. I didn't give a fuck about the Matrix. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't know anything about it. They forced us to watch it on Sunday when they fucking watch movies.
You're like, where's the blood in, blood out?
It was blood in, blood out, fool.
That's real life, dog.
No, but think about how many people believe in the Matrix. It's like what we're being fed, what we're being told, what we're being showed. It's regulated somewhere.
See, but that's different. Movies, we
It's the same thing.
no, but movies. Look,
it started in the 1920s.
But here's the thing:
the propaganda.
Movies, we know it's fantasy, dog. Now, what you see on TikTok, what you see on Instagram, people start believing that shit because people try to put you these facts. But when you go watch a movie, you know you're going to watch something that's fake.
What if the news tells you that?
Even now, we don't take the news serious. We call it fake news all the time.
Yeah.
There's a stigma with
Some people call it fake news, but not everybody believes in that. What I'm saying is, at what point do you start believing that the movies are real actors?
Well, they are real actors. What do you mean?
Well, AI is going to take over, right?
Oh, okay, got you.
What I'm saying is, what is to stop you from believing that a movie is real?
I feel like you guys are really gonna like the new Mission Impossible.
What if that shit was AI, fool? What if it wasn't Tom Cruise?
Do you guys know the movie?
No.
Okay, so you guys don't know who the villain is or anything. I don't want to
the next movie?
The one that's out right now.
Well, the one that they have, isn't it supposed to be Esai Morales?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so don't fuck it up for me.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it because this conversation, what we're having, once you guys watch the movie, you're going to be like, oh, fuck.
See
that? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And
it goes back to Mission Impossible.
Well, and it's funny. So I saw that you guys, I was at San Diego Comic-Con last weekend.
Hey, did you pick up any of the kicks?
Yeah, I have them in my car.
X-Men?
Yeah.
No,
I'll
go rob your ass right now. I'll rob your ass.
No, dude, I saw that people are trying to get those like crazy.
Those X-Men kicks.
They're
They're like $600, right?
Well, they're like 1,000 something on eBay now.
Yeah. But some guy got kicked out of Comic-Con. He was someone selling art, but what people didn't know is he was selling AI art. It was like Marvel and stuff, but it was all made through AI, and he was trying to sell it as his own art. Oh. So I was like, that's interesting. I didn't think he would get kicked out, but he got kicked out.
How did he get caught?
Yeah,
people snitched. Like,
so somebody said, "Hey, this fool didn't draw this shit."
This fool didn't. Yeah, exactly. So they went up to like the Comic-Con people and told them like, "Hey, like this is an original art. Like he's stealing from people."
Yeah. So is that stealing though? If it's AI,
I don't know because the AI like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could really even tell.
Because I did that. I downloaded the fucking app and I said,
"This one didn't even know about AI until I told him, and now he went a deep dark hole."
I put, "Give me Deadpool fighting fucking Thanos."
Yeah,
and it gave me some weird shit, and it wasn't great looking, but I'm sure there's better apps. I'm sure that you can fucking find it.
Yeah, exactly.
The more descriptive you are, the better.
Yeah. So, anyways, but
even TikTok itself, like,
but is that not original? If you're describing your shit, wouldn't that be original?
No, does it? I think it's trademarked by the website.
I don't know. It's fucking weird.
I know it's hard. I mean, it's just like it's just that big debate, like if it's okay or not. Like we don't know. Like I mean, it sucks for like actors and people who want to write.
Would you get mad if you found out Mission Impossible, the last one, was AI? Would that stop you from Would you get mad if Tom Cruise got involved in? Because I know you're a big Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah.
Would you get mad if fucking Tom Cruise got involved in AI type of movies?
Well, I know he's talked badly about AI already, so I'm all happy about it. No, but I see what you mean. Like, I think it's hard because it does. Like, I just feel like I'm thinking about myself. Like, it takes away jobs from people, and it really is. Like, but
opportunities.
I mean, yeah, opportunities.
You're
exactly.
trying to be an actor. Imagine that.
I mean, like, look at what we already have a McDonald's, right? That's fully automated. Like, it goes down to even that scale. Like, it's just taking people's jobs away. Like, where are we going to be in 20, 30 years when everything is automated?
So you believe in the Terminator?
Well, yeah, you have to now. Like,
think about it.
There is studies and people have shown that there's
What was it? Was it on Facebook? Right? They had their own AI, but they shut it off right away because it started like within the hour. It made its own like language and it started talking to itself.
Shit,
and
for real?
yeah,
Shut
we
the
didn't even
fuck
understand
up.
it. Like they were like, no, turn this shit off. Like because it was starting to talk to itself.
Wasn't there something that said there was a AI that said, I'm trying to remember what it said, but it said something about like it started thinking for themselves. Like it said something like
sentient. Like
yeah, it was trippy because I can't remember what it said, but somewhere I read an article that said that AI was thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh, I do not like the way you guys are going.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah.
Well, and let's be honest. If we tell this AI like, hey, make this planet better, it's gonna want to kill humans. Like. We're the ones like releasing gases. We're the ones taking like things from this planet for whatever it be, food or for gas but we're the ones hurting this planet. So what's AI gonna do? Like, all right, later, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
huh?
Dun, 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 dun.
I know, right? Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, that,
10 years, I'm just gonna have a scar like with a gun, like.
Hey, they are making another Terminator movie though.
They should.
The Terminator movies went like shit.
No, they are though.
This is like the Fast and the Furious movies. Fuck them fools. But
But
Terminator
AI's
2,
writing it.
Terminator 2 was some shit. Yeah, AI is writing their own.
AI's writing.
Where the Terminators win, full fight. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. We're already in the Matrix, dog.
Anyways.
Well, we live in a bubble. Anyways.
Let's get back to.
I know.
Now we're gonna do a no mancha section.
Okay.
You know what a no mancha section is, right? I'm gonna let you start it off.
You gonna let me start it
I'm
off?
gonna let you start it off. Let's start it off. The last one.
Damn. Should I go back to the Barbie movie, dog? Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah. Mine no manches. I'm not related to movies, so I think like movie theaters right now, the etiquette is way down.
What do you mean?
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Like I feel like people aren't respecting the fact that you're at a movie. Like now, most theaters have assigned seats, right? Most of them. Like I'm pretty sure most of it, all of them. So no matter what it is, you buy the ticket and it shows you your seats. But for some reason, people still feel entitled. Like, oh no, I want to sit here. And it's like, no, your ticket's this, right? Or cell phones. Like, they don't even do the please silence your cell phones anymore because I feel like it just got overblown. But people still don't fucking silence their cell phones. And
people talk throughout the whole
talking
film.
the movie, texting, and you just see the light come out. Like the etiquette at movies is just like.
That's why you gotta sit in the back, fool.
So you can see everything? Hell no.
No, I don't see nothing.
No, you see everything if you're in the back. Fool, you can see the person in the front row fucking texting and shit.
I really don't care if they text anymore, but I care if you talk.
That's talking bad.
If you talk, I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm way in the back, dog. I just say way in the back. I don't like nobody behind me. I was gonna ask you about that too. I'm dead center.
Yeah.
If I can't fucking be dead center for in the theater, I'm having a bad time.
Well, I'm going to get into the nerd part of watching movies, like for IMAX. If you want the best seat, you sit in the middle of the theater.
In the middle of the theater?
Yeah.
Why?
Because when the IMAX audio engineers come in, they sit right in the middle, so they put other speakers to sound better right there.
I did not know that. I'm going to take that.
And that's just in theaters in general, too. They go and sit down. They're like, all right,
See, I thought it was way back in the middle.
No.
No, because you're getting the acoustics. Nothing is hitting.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay, I fucking note that shit because I like to have the best experience.
Dude, for
I don't
IMAX,
even go.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even go to the regular theaters. I hate
Me too.
watching a movie in a regular like theater room.
Auditorium?
Yeah, I like the Cine. What is it called? Cine 6 or Cine some shit?
Where there's like recliner seats?
No, they all have recliner seats now.
Well, not all of them,
Theaters.
but yeah.
Well, the one I go to does, but the best sound, the best everything. I pay an extra like $3 per ticket.
Yeah.
But anyways, center, right? No, got it.
Have you been to 4DX?
No.
Dude,
Where's that at?
So they're usually at Regals. So
Okay.
if you have a Regal, But I want to go watch like Top Gun. If you can watch a movie where it's vehicles, like Mission Impossible has like a driving scene and everything, Top Gun flying, it's just the seats move. Like if you get wet, it throws water at you.
Oh, it's like the Shrek experience at Universal.
Yeah, but it's like the whole movie. So when they're talking, of course, it's just stable. But and then like when it's like driving, it's like it gets violent, bro.
Well, what if it's a sex scene?
And it fucking you
get that shit.
it's like, get fine.
You get smacked in the face. Bro.
You get the full experience.
I'm gonna stay away from 4DX.
I don't know about that shit, dog. But
that's my no matches, dog. Just the etiquette at movie theaters.
Yeah.
It needs to like, come on, guys. We're all there to watch a movie and shit.
I see that.
Be respectful.
all right. I'll go next. My no matches is arcades, fool.
They don't exist anymore?
No, they exist. They exist in Moreno Valley. Who does? Yeah, Moreno Valley. There's at the mall. Fool, we went yesterday. I wish we would have realistic fucking arcades back in the day.
What do you mean?
Fool, my daughter and my son went onto this like typhoon roller coaster fucking ride type of arcade. No mama's way. I can show you the video. You're gonna laugh. Literally, fool, they're going through like a typhoon. They're fucking shaking, fool. No mama's way. Like I thought they were gonna die. They're holding on to real life, fool. Like fucking.
Oh, is it like you're like in a bubble?
It's like a 4DX thing,
no,
or
it's a seat. You sit in a seat.
Yeah,
it's like 40X. Yeah, it's like fucking 40X. They sit in a seat, fool, and they're watching. They're going through a roller coaster. They're going through. They picked a haunted mansion or some bullshit, and they're basically going through like the railroads and
like
shit.
The Simpsons, right?
I don't remember this is right. But anyways, they're fucking like no mama's way. My kids were like scared. Fool. They were scared. Fool. They were fucking tired. Like, they were like, no mama's pa, get me out of this shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna jump on that shit. You wrote that shit. You gotta finish it. But no mama's way. Like when the fuck did arcades get real?
VR, fool.
Yeah.
Virtual reality.
Fuck that.
Like I wonder what's next too. Like with the whole. Imagine what happens if they do that to movie theaters too. You have to.
Well, he said they fucking already did.
No, 40X is like.
No, 40X is just your seat.
Seat
But I mean, yeah, that's
spring.
probably the next. Well, we already have. You can like it's funny with the VR. You put it on and you can put it into theater mode, and you're acting like if you're watching the theater.
In the theaters?
No, at home.
No, but like what
I get
happens?
dizzy. Fuck that.
What happens if you're watching from the protagonist's point of view? You're
Oh,
watching
shit.
the movie through the protagonist's point of view. The whole
Or the
movie.
villain or
Like
whatever.
you're literally watching Mission Impossible, and you're Ethan.
You're
Hunt.
fucking coming down.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
fuck.
you see that shit. Fuck
Me
that.
cago away.
Hey, copyright that shit right now.
Yeah, for real.
Copyright trademark. I just came up with that shit.
Fuck that. Imagine like jumping over the edge of the cliff. Have you ever had that? I'm playing video games, fool, and then I fall off the edge and I'm like,
Have you
no
like,
way.
like have you
I'm
seen
fucking
those?
tripping out there. I'm like, fuck.
Have you seen those videos where people have the VR and they fall and shit, or like
Yeah,
they fucking?
that's what I'm saying. I used to play Mario 64, right? And when I would be like fucking walking to the little ledges, honestly, fool, I get anxiety. Fool.
Damn.
I get anxiety, fool, because I'm like, if that fool falls, I'm fucking falling with him. Dude.
Hey, Doc, but you'd want to watch the James Bond movie, huh?
Hey, James
You'd
Bond.
want to be James Bond and shit,
Yeah, fool.
or you'd want to be Tom Cruise in Eyes Wide Shut.
All right, I'll tell you why James Bond is better than Ethan Hunt.
Okay.
James Bond fucks about 3 to fuck bitches.
What?
I'm sorry, 3 to 5 females a movie. He has sex with 3 to 5 females a movie.
Bucks.
Yeah, he bucks, he fucks.
My no manches is that you think James Bond is better than Ethan Hunt.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
Anyways,
funny.
what's your no matches, man? For
Oh, I don't know. That's hard. There's so many. I'll go maybe that just people who don't see the work that you guys are putting in, and people, or just people in general that don't see the work that other people are putting in. Because I mean, we all know people talk shit online all the time, and we can't do anything about it. But I don't know. It's just pretty funny that they don't see the work that you really put in.
I mean, that goes for every profession too, Doc.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything. Like people don't see that; they just see the results.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I get mad at this guy because he's like, I'm telling him something, and I'll be like, what the heck? I'm like, fool, like I have no time for anything, like, but I'm still trying to find a way to do something.
Yeah.
Like people see the results, but they don't see the behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. And then they don't come out of the woodwork until like you make it. They're like, "Hey man, what's up, bro?" Like you're like,
Yeah.
"All right."
I'm-
There's day one.
Yeah.
But ready for words of wisdom? Or?
Yeah. You know what a word of wisdom is, right?
Like in general?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like you get to say.
I was like, yeah, like,
No. Like this is your chance, like
Okay.
for you to say what you live by.
It's one of our segments.
okay.
Yeah.
Are
This is
you-
all
are
your,
you on-
yeah, your spotlight.
Oh, me first?
It's-
Oh,
it's
damn.
just
You're
you.
only.
Oh,
It's just you.
damn.
So do you live by that you want our listeners or your listeners to see?
You know, I think I put this into my brother first, but I think I've been living by it. Just be nice to everybody. Like, I feel like you'll just get so much farther in life to be nice. You really don't know who you're talking to. Like, that's why I told my brother when he was going first into high school, I'm like, just be nice to people. Like, I don't care who it is. If they're, like, whoever they are, just be nice. Like, they'll remember you forever. And, like, just be positive, because that's something else. I feel like this world is full of negativity, negative people. We really don't need that. Like, I don't know. I think that's one of the biggest things. I've been living my life being nice and then just being positive.
Nice. I was gonna say the opposite. I was gonna say fucking fuck that fool. If you go to high school, if you're starting a freshman year, somebody looks at you and
It's
say,
like
"What the fuck
prison.
you looking at?"
It's like prison.
Yeah, it's like prison. You know, the worst advice I've ever gotten was when I got a. What? It's fucking real.
No.
I got arrested when I was 13. I was caught tagging. I was a tagger, and I never fucking got in trouble or anything.
Were
right?
you a good tagger, though?
I was. I was.
Okay,
I
okay.
was.
Like,
I was.
was it worth it? Like, all
I mean, I was alright. So I got caught. It was me, my three homeboys, and we got caught here in San Gabriel Valley. We were stupid, bro. We fucking had gone like 15 times to go tagging, and we got cocky and we decided to go on a sunny day at 9:00 in the morning on a fucking bright sunny summer day, go tagging. And sure enough, that day there was a bikers or whatever. There was a race.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of people. We're fucking right, and all of a sudden, like, we were cool. We went to the next bridge, and we see cop headlights on one side and cop headlights on the other side, and they're rushing us, and we're like, "Fuck!" There's nowhere to run. We either run across the fucking like the little water bridge, whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
We go on the freeway, or we hit this fool's head on. But we just stood there, and one of the homies started saying, "Hey, don't trip. I got you. Let me get you this best advice."
You never trust that guy.
I know, right?
Let me drop some words of
Let me
wisdom.
drop some words of wisdom. And I was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?" Never been arrested. I'm thinking I'm going to jail. I'm going to juvenile hall. Some bullshit, right? That fool said, "All right, we're all Chicano. We're all Hispanic." He's like, "The first thing you want to do, fool, when you go to fucking juvie, is you look at the biggest black guy in there, and you rush him and you fucking sock him and you start whooping on him. That way all the homeboys will give you respect." I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck am I going to go to the biggest black guy and blah, 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 right? Anyways, he told me that. This is when I was 13 years old. When I was 17 years old, I ended up going to juvie, right? First time ever. And only ever. I walk in there, bro, and I remember the advice that this fool had given me.
That shit stuck with you.
It
dog.
stuck with me. Fool, the fucking biggest black guy that I saw was like twice my size. This motherfucker looked tore up. Like he was fucking ready to whoop some ass. And he was cleaning. He was cleaning the deck, the hallway.
He's probably a nice ass guy too.
Nice guy.
Oh,
Too. No, for real. So I walk in there, and all the homies were like, "Hey, where you from?" I said, "Where you from, dawg?" I'm nowhere. I didn't expect that from my own people. The black guy turns around and says, "Hey, what up, homie?" And I'm like, I was supposed to go up to this fool. What the fuck? This fool, one, not only is he fucking friendly,
He's fucking nice.
he's fucking nice.
Like Andy said, Andy's words of wisdom. Just be nice,
just be
dog.
nice. Just be fucking nice. This was nice. I'm gonna go sock him and he's gonna whoop my ass, dog.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
anyways,
sorry.
yeah, you're right. Being nice does help.
Yeah.
So I didn't sock him, fool. That fool would have fucked me up. But
I mean, okay, be nice, but if the situation calls for it, I mean, let that side comes out.
I just fucking always raza hitting his raza. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I didn't
funny.
do it, bro. So yeah, I agree with you. Being nice
Yeah.
gets you a long way. Hey, you know me, my story style.
That's a funny way of going from that to that.
No, but it was about being nice.
Yeah.
Bro, the vodka was nice. I didn't fucking want to sock him.
That's a good twist to the movie, fool, right there. That alone. I didn't expect that ending, fool.
Like the whole time you're like, I'm gonna go up to this fool.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, fool.
Like, I thought he was gonna say I hit him and I felt bad, but no.
Nah, fool. That fool fuck me up, dog. But yeah, anyways, you're right. Be nice. Be nice.
No, you're good.
The fuck?
Hey man, we want to thank you again for coming.
Thank
Tell
you,
everybody
guys.
where they can find you. You know, they can check out your movie reviews.
Yeah, so it's Andy Canchola on YouTube, Andy Canchola Official on Instagram. It's pretty much where I post. YouTube, TikTok too. TikTok is Andy Canchola Official. I took the official because I'm like projecting it into the future.
Hey.
Manifesting it,
Yeah,
there it is.
manifesting it, there you
What
go.
about that project you were working on? That you said you were in the Burbank and all that.
Yeah, so it's called Adelante. So I'm still waiting to hear with all these things happening. So we'll
right.
see when I'll share it for sure on my Instagram. So
Sounds good. And hey, once again, man, thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting and being
Yeah,
so
appreciate
positive about everything. You know, we appreciate that, and we wish you nothing but the best.
thank you.
We're supporters of you as well, so keep doing your thing.
Yeah,
Thank
bro.
you.
Keep
Yeah.
doing.
I would love to bring other guests into the movie reviews soon. So you
Hey,
guys
let's do
will
it,
watch
dog.
movies
Hey, I'm a
soon.
movie guy, dog. I told you that.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
wanted to
We,
work in
we
Hollywood.
have to dress up too, dog. So
Oh yeah,
we're
that's
in
when
this.
I didn't even talk about that. I try to dress up for every movie
Yeah,
review. So
let's do it. Fuck
I'm
it.
down.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We'll do it right now, fool.
Anyways, thank you, bro.
Thank you,
Appreciate
guys. Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, wish you luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, everybody. Peace out.